Just got back from the visit from my grandbabies. Ooh, it's hot in Texas right now. 107 feels like 195. It's miserable. It's muggy and humid and ew. And I got bit by fire ants. I didn't sleep much at all. Got to sleep on the couch, a short couch. It was leather and it was sticky. And it was, yeah, anyways. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Got some lots and lots of loves and snuggles and cuddles, and my 2-year-old granddaughter was amazing and adorable, and I loved her. Got to meet some of their friends, got to go to church with them. It was a lot of fun. But I haven't flown and I haven't traveled by myself like 25 years. 23 years. So I've been married for 23 years. We always travel together. And if my husband's not with us, I had like all 3 kids. So I traveled with my kids and I was fine. I loved traveling. I absolutely love traveling. But I haven't traveled by myself since I was 22 when I would go see my aunt in Florida. I absolutely love it. I got to the airport late and I had like 2 minutes to go board my airplane. I was the last one on the plane. And my connecting flights were fine. I had like an hour between connecting flights. So I got to the next flight, sat down for like 10 minutes and was boarding the next plane. It was really not bad. On my way home, the kids had something to do. So I said, just take me to the airport early. I went to the airport an hour early. Well, I was planning on being there 2 hours early just cause, and they dropped me off 3 hours early. So it took me 45 minutes to get through TSA, which was like, okay, I realize it's Dallas and it's going to take longer. So that's fine. Went right through TSA. They never like my hydro because it's full of ice and sometimes it melts and there's a little bit of water sloshing in the bottom. Okay, but you know what? It's less than 4 ounces, so give me a break. Anyways. So I did that. Went and found my gate and oriented myself, and then I went and wandered. It's really weird. With the skinny diet, the skinny pill shot, whatever that I've been taking, I didn't eat on the way there. I didn't eat in the airport on the way back. I did eat the pretzels and had a couple sodas on the airplane. But I'm usually ravenous in the airport. I'm like, what can I eat? What can I eat? What can I eat? And maybe it's not me. Maybe it's the people that I'm traveling with. They're always wanting to eat something. I don't know. But it was interesting to me that I was content to not spend a single dime from the time I left my house to the time I got to my destination, from the time I left my destination till I got back to my house. Fascinating. Anyways, I find myself a spot where I can sit down. And on my way there, I read my book and I played my iPad and I watched TikToks. Time flew. On my way back, I did the same thing. I worked on my quilt a little bit. I started a hexagon quilt. So I could travel on quilts, and it was kind of, I'm not good enough at it yet, so it takes me a little bit to make one, and I need to work on that. Keep yourself busy. Bring something for you to do, whether it's your brain being busy or your hands being busy. It really helps. Situate yourself in a place, in a bench, in a soft chair. There are soft chairs. Oh my gosh. On my way there, I think it was in Seattle, they had rocking chairs facing the windows. I sat like an old granny lady and rocked in my rocking chair. I loved it. It was so comfortable. So much better than sitting in one of those awful airport chairs. Dallas has pretty comfortable chairs. They had I was fine. But and then I went to Portland. My flight from Dallas was late leaving by half an hour. And I only had an hour layover in Portland, so I hoofed it. Fortunately, the Portland airport's not that big. I always used to think it was huge, but after being in Dallas and being in Chicago and New York and those airports, Portland's stinky. So I walked over there and I had 10 minutes before I had to board the plane. I'm like, oh, that was easy. So it was kind of fun. But I fly out again here in a couple weeks to go back and visit again. Because I don't know if you remember, I bought plane tickets and it ended up that I put in a date and Kiwi or a kayak switched it to the next month. And I booked it because I thought, yay, $300 plane tickets to go to Texas tomorrow. That's pretty cheap. I didn't know that they'd changed it to the next month. So I get to go back again in a couple weeks. So I'm happy about that. But hugs and snuggles and kisses and cuddles from my grandbabies. It was a good trip. My first day, when I landed, my son took me to Chick-fil-A and I ate chicken nuggets. And that's all I ate the whole day. We went home. It was late. I got in at 4 and we went and did that. And he had to go do some stuff at the shop. And then I drove back to the house. And so it was late. And that's all I ate. And then the next day, somebody dropped off because they're doing like the meal trains for my daughter since she just had the baby. Somebody dropped off Chick-fil-A. So I had Chick-fil-A for lunch. And I had Chick-fil-A, the same thing, just nuggets. And I think one fry each time. And then Chick-fil-A, I had leftovers for dinner. I had cold chicken nuggets. So I had chicken 3 times that first 48 hours, and that's all I had. The next day, I think I skipped breakfast. We went, I think I got Chick-fil-A again because I ate a lot of it because it's right next to their house. I'm like, can I cook dinner here sometime? Anyways, and then some people brought over some chicken and cornbread and stuff. So I had chicken. Again, just chicken. And I was so proud of myself. The last day I made calzones, which were whole and fresh homemade bread. She helped make that. But it was really, really, really good. And I felt full. And then the last day that we were there, we went out to lunch with some friends from church. And I ate way too much. And I was miserable all the way home. Because I ate too much and my tummy was just like, we ain't doing this. So yeah, it was a really good trip though. And I mean, traveling alone it can be scary, but sit yourself against a wall or where you can see everybody around you, put your belongings where they're safe, find out where you're going before you get there, orient yourself, Google Maps, the airport, find out where your terminals are, all that fun stuff. And just plan ahead as much as you can. I kind of like traveling alone. Just don't tell my family. I really like traveling alone. I could see myself hopping on an airplane and just being like, see you in a month. I do love to travel with my husband though. He's a fun traveling companion and so is my youngest son. They're easy to travel with and they're not expensive and they don't whine. I like people who don't whine when they travel. My older 2 kids have kids and so no more traveling with me. Sorry. I will kidnap your children if you'll let me. But that's about it. But yeah, traveling, I love to travel. So, here we go. Traveling adventures are great. Pack light, travel with ease. Don't take too much stuff. Throw it in a backpack and go backpack. Don't do a carry-on if you don't have to. Go light. It's way easier. This time I traveled with a carry-on and a backpack. Or no, just my purse. Because I needed to bring her a bunch of stuff that I had at the house. And next time I think I might take a carry-on again on my way out, but I'm only bringing a backpack on the way back. So it'll be lighter on the way back, which is usually when I'm tired. So it won't be bad. Oh, and the jet lag. I get no jet lag going east, but man, coming back to the West Coast, 2 hours difference, I really struggled to go to bed that night. And I really struggled to get up in the morning the next 2 days. So I don't know. Fun times. Yeah, here we go. Here's to a healthier, happier you and me.